Example, if your IQ is 100, you can communicate with people between 70 to 130. What makes this communication range so important for this demonstration? Anyone who is -30 from you will see you as the most intelligent comprehensibly. Likewise, anybody who is +30 from you as someone who stretch your ability to think further. Anyone beyond plus or minus 30 will either be too esoteric, incomprehensible, weird, unintelligent, or unrelatable to you. If your IQ is 125 to 130, you effectively have command of people with IQ 95 to 100, the average, and are able to learn from people with IQ 155 to 160. You're not just effectively seen as incredibly superior in terms of intellect, but you also act as a bridge of communication between the average to the exceptionally gifted intellects. And here's the irony, people with IQ 100 will perceive you as effectively smarter than people with IQ 160. People are more likely to take you more seriously than anyone with 155 to 160, simply because you make more sense than anyone too far above you. 125 to 130 is often referred as the sweet spot of IQ because you're considered superior to gifted, the top 2 to 3% of the world's population. You're already considered at the top. You can communicate with 99.9% of the top half of the world, effectively 50% of the world, which most first world societies fall into, which means you maintain a near-perfect balance of IQ superiority which doesn't hinder your communication in the slightest. You have all the prerogatives of a high IQ and hold none of the communication setbacks that comes with it. You're effectively maximizing the effectiveness of the 30s communication range. Most of the world sees you as the smartest. Majority of the world makes you to be the most intelligent, yet comprehensible. You will feel nowhere as lonely as those above you. People with 135 start to feel the drawbacks of high IQ taking place, and those with 140 begin to feel it full-fledged. You can teach the average 100, yet learn from the best 160. You're likely admired and known for your intelligence. You're either known or labeled for it because of the window of comprehension of another. You're at the end of their visible spectrum. Your goals and aspirations are not restricted. Contrary to the selective understanding and acceptance of the norm, IQ does limit you to certain endeavors. IQ is just a number, can become a very ignorant statement if the nuance is not understood and taken too literally. The minimum requirements to take on any intellectual feat is an IQ of 130. IQ is only a restriction below a certain level. You can do almost whatever you want in terms of cognitive comprehension. No job or career is out of your reach, in that sense. That being said, an IQ of 125 to 130 are often the IQ of most successful politicians and world leaders, businessmen, PhDs, so on and so forth. The average IQ of Nobel Prize laureates in peace, literature and chemistry are 121, 136 and 136 respectively. These are all technically within your reach, too. While there are limits to people of IQ 125 to 130, these limits are far less than anyone above or below 125 to 130, making this range the most desirable. Hence, 125 to 130 IQ individuals are the least restricted. They can do almost anything they set their minds to. IQ is usually balanced by setbacks, advantages, and trade-offs in a sum-zero principle. 125 to 130 just so happens to fall in that blind spot of quid pro quo, which lets the escape without the drawbacks of a high IQ while keeping its prerogatives.